everyone, welcome back to Cram Farms. Today I am going to be showing you our chicks that we showed you about 2 weeks ago when they arrived. They were so cute and fuzzy, and now our chicks are growing and they're almost 2 weeks old. They're starting to get their feathers in. You can see the colors they're going to be, and they start looking a little bit different at this point. So let me grab one to show you here. So this is what will be a little Rhode Island red, and you can see her feathers are starting to come in. So she will be a dark, kind of a mahogany color when all of her colors are in, and she'll have kind of a black tip on her feathers. Yeah, you can still see she's got a little bit of fuzz on her head there. You can see they're eating here, climbing up on their feeder. So this one is going to be one of our black Australorps. You can see here on their neck where their feathers start kind of coming in, and they're losing some of that little fuzz and fluff that they had as baby chicks. And they're really growing. I mean, woo-hoo! Well, she flew away. I want to show you a black copper Moran. And the way you'll be able to tell the black copper Morans from our Australorps is that the black copper Morans are going to have feathers on their feet. All right, this little gal is going to be a black copper Moran. And the way you can tell that is by looking at her feet. Hold on, girl. Hold on. If you can see right there on her feet, she has feathers. So black your Marans are going to have feathered feet and legs. And the really neat thing about the copper Moran, or the Marans in general, is they're going to lay a very dark chocolate colored egg. So I will go get an egg from our Marans we have out there and show you the pretty chocolate color that they will be laying. Now we've had to add some netting over the top because we have had some escapees. So we just use this plastic like netting, drape it over the top, and hold it down so that they do not escape. You'll notice they're not really up under the light, so the light is over here. You can't see it, but you can see the light shining from it. They're not really gathered under the light anymore. They don't need it as much now. They've gotten bigger. They're starting to get feathers in. They're able to keep themselves warmer. So I'm gonna grab them some food and get their waters cleaned out. All right, babies, shake down on your feed. So you start them off on a chick starter feed, and that's what they eat for about 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, we transfer them over to a grower feed, and this is actually what they will stay on until they are of laying age, and then we'll switch them over to a layer feed. So each feed has different proteins and calcium needs that they need as they're growing. So we do chick starter for 2 weeks, switch to grower, and then we'll switch to layer when they're at laying age. We're gonna clean out their waterers. Swirl all that water around, get all the pine shavings out that they kick up in there. Let's get them from fresh water. I've been filling up Buttercup's water, so we've got to take the hose apart. So we fill up their waters morning and afternoon. We actually have a different waterer, but it was leaking the other day, so we just switched to this until we can get to Tractor Supply tomorrow morning and get a different one. We're just gonna twist these on. They are ready to go.
Put that in a bucket.
All right, new water for the chickies. Clean water. Feed, their bedding is good. If their bedding was dirty, If their bedding was dirty, we would add more. You can do a deep bedding, or we clean it out. But their bedding's good. They have food and water. And actually this week we will probably be expanding this to do the whole length of the container. So right now they just have this little section. We'll do the whole length. Let's cover them back up so we don't have anyone escaping while we're finishing doing some chores.
I will scoop it up and I will take it to her.
So a few chores, cleaning up the hay. We're gonna take this that was left and we're gonna give it to the cow. And we have got to unload feed we picked up yesterday. And of course, when we went to pick up feed, it was raining. So thankfully, they shrink wrapped everything up for us. We've got it on the pallet there. And so now we can just unload that. And it will be nice and dry still. Oh, I was gonna show you a Moran egg. So you can see the color that those little black copper Morans are gonna lay. Let's see if we got a Moran egg.
This is the one I'm talking about. I just thought it was plastic.
No, it's a feed. Can you grab an egg bucket?
I'm not going in there.
Alright, grab the egg bucket for me.
Where's the egg bucket? Where is it?
Ask Dad.
Dad, where's the egg bucket?
Right out here beside the tractor.
Can I please have it?
Yeah, go get it.
I got the egg bucket.
Alrighty, good job. It's so nice out here today. This is like the first sunny day and it's about like in the 60s. It's like comfy.
I don't even need a coat.
Hey Buttercup, you want to say hi before we collect some eggs? Snow, oh, yesterday we went to get feed, there was snow on the interstate, and today it's in the 60s. So here's Miss Buttercup, and there's Millie.
Is the fence on?
The fence is on. So this is a new little spot we moved her to. Look how much Millie is growing.
Look at you, big girl. Little escape. Oh! No. Buttercup, you're an escape artist.
Buttercup or Millie?
Buttercup. She escaped the other night.
All right, let's find a Moran egg. Oh, I see some in there. So these are white Morans. These are French white Morans. So you'll see just like the black copper Morans, they have feathers on their feet. So this is our rooster here. These are some of our hens, our French white copper Moran hens. This is an Americana, and the reason she is in here is because she's an escape artist. And we put her in here with them because actually the Moran rooster, if he breeds this Americana, she's a blue egg layer. These are chocolate egg layers. If he breeds her and we hatch the babies, the eggs will actually turn out to be like a spearmint color. And so since she's an escape artist, and there's one more, here's another one. She looks like a Moran, but she's not. This little white one right here, she is actually an Americana also. So we're gonna take their eggs and hatch them from this Moran rooster and see if we can get, it will be like an Americana and a Moran cross chicken that will lay us a spearmint colored egg. So let's go check out these Moran eggs. All right, here we go. So this beautiful chocolate brown egg is from a Moran. I don't have a blue egg in here today, of course. But all three of these right here are from our French white Morans. And so the black copper Morans, in my opinion, lay a little bit of a darker egg than the white Morans. So you saw those babies in there. We'll have their eggs soon. And then, I don't know if you can see this little chicken. Let me see if you can see her. Do you see her? She walks with her feet. They're kind of like bent over. She has been like that since we got her. We got her last year. And I don't know if something happened, you know, in shipping or what. But she has walked with this crooked leg. And it never gave her any trouble. She, you know, doesn't get picked on. She is fine. She can get around perfectly. So we have just let her live and take her eggs. And this little chicken right here with his little messed up legs, if you know our children, you know, they have cerebral palsy. And so our son says that this little chicken has cerebral palsy. So she fits in perfectly right here at our little farm. We need to give her a name other than saying she has cerebral palsy. But look at her, she gets around just fine. What are y'all pecking off of me? You can see some scraps, broccoli, and they're working on some of the vegetable scraps. There's a little bit of Swiss chard down there. I see the peelings of carrots. There's a little Americana coming. Oh, alrighty. Gotta keep my eyes on this guy. He hasn't attacked me, but he sometimes isn't nice to everyone else around him. So I try not to keep my back. I don't turn my back to him. You want to be really careful with your roosters, and that goes for all of your male animals on the farm. If you have rams or a bull or whatever, you want to not turn your back on those males. All right, so typically we don't put our Moran. The reason we have our Morans separated right now is for breeding purposes. We typically keep all of our chickens together, and when we get to the new land, we're actually gonna do it a little bit different. It'll be by pasture or paddock. We will have a rooster and his hens, and one pasture paddock will have another breed of rooster and hens with another in another paddock, and then we will just rotate them. We'll rotate the cow and our sheep and our other animals through the pastures, and they'll always have a batch of chickens with them to help with parasite control and cleaning through poop, and that's what chickens are really, really good at on the farm. If you put them to work, they love to work. They're also great at tilling up garden spaces. So when we're at the new land, we'll be using our chickens for those purposes. Right now here at the temporary spot, we don't really have that option. We are just thankful to be able to keep all of our animals with us while we're here. And so things are a little bit different in our practices here, still keeping them separated for breeding purposes and all, so we can raise baby chicks of that breed and have a full bred chicken. But the way that we put them with the cow, which I guess we could kind of do here, so far our space, I don't know. Once we get to the land, you'll see how we put the cow, no, we're still rotating the cow and all here, but you'll see how we rotate the cow through. They'll have a batch of chickens with them that helps to clean and all behind them. I really, really, really enjoy that part of us pasture rotating and how we do that. I didn't realize this was gonna end up being a chicken video, but I wanted to see how much they grew in just 2 short weeks. And I'll keep you posted. In 2 more weeks, maybe we'll do another check-in, and you'll see how much larger they are and how much different they look then too. So stay tuned, I don't want you to miss that. Thanks so much for joining us at Cram Farms today. Don't forget to give our video a like, hit the thumb by hitting that little thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll see you all next time right here at Cram Farms.